There we go.
Fail.
Yep, massive fail. Alright, so starting with Chaos 1 here, our first boss fight, we're going to manipulate his first and second hits here by being a set distance away from him and then deliberately taking damage. For the third hit here, we want to get him off the lamppost as quick as we can so we can then end the fight in about 16 seconds, which is awesome. Blocking ad strats. I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry. So going into our first action stage here, we are going to Emerald Coast, where we are going to hopefully get ourselves a semi-decent time here. And we are going to head into the main form of movement in this game. You can see me spin dashing. I am chaining spin dashes together. Now what that means is there are 2 buttons you can press to do spin dashes. Because I'm using a PS4 controller, that is square and circle. It allows me to move at the highest possible speed that Sonic can go on, as long as he is not rolling downhill. Rolling downhill, it is just faster to do one single spin dash and then allow him to go at his natural speed. Unfortunately, just missing the mountain climb here, which is unfortunate, but as you saw, Sonic does not follow the laws of physics in this game at all. He can go wherever he pleases. But yeah, anytime you are going down a hill, you want to make sure you're just doing a singular spin dash and remaining in ball form. It's the fastest form of movement. For example, down this little hill here, I'm going to make sure we try and not fall through the ground there, as this game is very indifferent about what is ground, what's a wall, and what you will actually stand on. And you'll see that throughout this game, especially in Sonic and Gamma's story here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just stop all momentum with the square button there while you're in the air, just to allow yourself to fall back to the ground quicker and get back into the spin dashing. A 129 there is actually a terrible Emerald Coast. It's formerly known as Reset Coast to a lot of runners because of that. In the hub world here, you'll see that I'm in free camera. Throughout the run, I will switch cameras, and the reason for that is, one, personal preference. Each of the cameras control differently. Auto camera will try its best to follow Sonic wherever it goes. Free camera allows you to control the camera using the shoulder buttons. For HUD world movement, I personally prefer free camera. However, there are some stages where I will switch to auto camera just because of how much easier it is to control. So coming into our second boss fight here, first encounter with Mr. Eggman. I'm going to do a 1 cycle here. And if the game doesn't lag out with the voice files, a 1 cycle is quite literally just homing attacking the boss. And we'll see how this happens. So let's see if we can get something good going on here. So jump to him, mash the homing attack button, and he's not even allowed to get back up. And I died, which is interesting. I missed the last homing attack and went right through him. That's a fantastic start to the run there. This is well played, Arg. Well done. Well, you get to see that again. So hopefully we don't go right through him and fall down to our death this time. I'm going to get him a little bit back there. That way, if we do happen to go through him, we ain't going to die. So I'm going to stop and just fall there instead of going right through him this time. That was brilliant. Excellent start there. Hey guys. So what's going to happen next is we're going to head up to Windy Valley, but we need to grab the Windstone to get in there. Now, the Windstone is just up by Tails' workshop here. Hopefully the game doesn't spin dash, and we are going to use the geometry of the hub world to move as fast as we can. Again, Sonic moves the fastest while he is going downhill, so you want to be going downhill as much as you possibly can. You're also going to see our first instance here of the game basically telling you that walls are a figment of your imagination. So we're going to come up to this section here. You've got the wall here, and immediately you just go right through it. It's amazing how that happens, and you're going to see a lot more of it, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. So coming into the tornado here, we are going to try and get trampoline skip, where we are going to spin dash onto this jump panel, and it should allow us to homing attack off and over the bridge. Unfortunately, we just missed it, so we get to do a second attempt here. There you go, up and round. The homing attack works by taking you up to the spring and allowing you to phase through the bridge. However, sometimes you can miss it due to your timing. Here's the perfect example of just letting Sonic spin dash down himself. No interference required. There are differences between the Dreamcast and the standard, the DX version of the game. I don't know them off the top of my head, unfortunately. I believe one of the people to ask for that would be Flandre. as he is currently running the Dreamcast version at times. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do what is known as a spin dash hover. As you can see, or not. Are we dead? Nope, we're not dead. The game is being very nice to me. What was supposed to happen there was I was supposed to hover. Unfortunately, I was incorrectly, well, so I was in the wrong position for the hover to happen. Basically, a hover is where gravity has a lesser effect on Sonic for about a second or 60 frames. It happens when he is in ball form, and it allows you to gain extra height on jumps or extra distance if you do them with spin dashes. Unfortunately there, I didn't have the hover ready and I fell, but Windy Valley being very nice to me today and catching me with the wind. So where we're going to head to now is we're going to head down to the Lightspeed shoes, and then we will head into Casinopolis. So we're going down to the sewers. I'm going to hit the fire hydrant because I'm very good at hitting fire hydrants and green lampposts. It's great when that happens. So I'm going to use the camera to get round and get in here. And hopefully, instead of using, I'm going to hit to Cal here and then do a spin dash jump off the edge of the stairs there. Now what that is a slope jump. A slope jump basically allows you to take the angle of a slope and apply that to your vertical positioning in a jump. They're really useful, and you'll find out here, instead of using it, we're going to use these stairs, do a massive jump, and hopefully hit the button to allow us to get into Casinopolis without using the spin dash. Don't blink or we may miss this stage. I will try and explain this after the fact. There's a lot going on in this stage here, but that's Casinopolis done in about 7 seconds there. So what happened there is we used a combination of spinning through the wall, spin dash jumping, slope jumping, and all of that allows you to get around an invisible wall. There's a lot of explanation on that one. But basically the gist of it is you use those 4 different mechanics together to navigate through the level, and you don't have to collect the 400 rings. So while we take the ice key over to Ice Cap, I'm going to quickly show you guys the difference between a normal jump and a hover. So again, I'm using all these fancy terms, but basically it's either jumping from a slope, spin dashing, or spin dash jumping, and we use a combination of them to do all these funky tricks. But basically, this is a normal jump, and this is a hover jump. You can see I'm higher, and I'm in the air for longer, and I'm also jumping higher. So we use that to our advantage on a lot of stages here. One of them being Ice Cap here to skip pretty much the entirety of Act 1. We do a spin dash jump straight over to the end of Act 1. And we're going to jump into Act 2 here. Switch to auto cam. Do a spin dash, do a jump, do a homing attack to go through the bridge. And then hopefully the game will be nice and it will allow me to walk through the wall. This game is very, very much like a jigsaw or a patchwork quilt, however you want to describe it. If you can find a seam of a level, you can pretty much just walk through it and allow you to go wherever you want. So what's happening here is we are skipping the entire snowboarding section of the game. We are falling towards the emerald right now instead of doing the snowboard. That's the level loading on the left there. You can fall down there and then have to run down the rest of the level. It is not advised to do that. Also, there are kill planes around here, specifically to the left-hand side. So I'm holding just a little bit to the right here to make sure that while the level is loading underneath, we don't hit that. Because if you die, it will automatically force you onto the snowboard and you have to do the snowboarding section. So as you can see, the level just loading below us here. We're going to head right in towards where the emerald is. And we're going to just finish Ice Cap like that. Very easy stage to finish. So next up, we're going to head towards Knuckles and Chaos 4. I'm just going to do some spin dashes, hopefully not get caught against the wall. Unfortunately, caught against the wall. And we're going to head over to Knuckles. Knuckles is our first character fight. The only thing you have to worry about character fights here is making sure that you don't actually hit them while they come out of their invincibility frames. If you hit them as they're coming out of the invincibility frames, you can run into what we call a phantom hit. A phantom hit is where they get an extra set of invincibility frames as if you'd hit them, but they don't actually take damage. It's a little bit annoying. So here we have Chaos 4. Chaos 4 is a very interesting boss. He can be manipulated but it's a little hard to do. Now, what he likes to do is he likes to move 3 times, do an attack, move 3 times, and then pop his head up, except for the last hit. What we want him to do is we want him to do that wave attack or a splash attack. What we don't want him to do is to split into 4 blue balls. 4 blue balls is the worst case scenario, as it's a very long animation and we don't want that to happen. So what I like to do is I like to spin around the outside of the map here and pray that he just doesn't do blue balls. So that's him done another wave. So that's his first movement, his second movement, his third movement, and then he pops up. He has 2 more hits to go. On his last hit, he will move and attack 3 times total. So he will move 3 times, do an attack, move 3 times, do an attack, move 3 times, do an attack, and then finally allow us to hit him. So we need to see if we can get the splash attacks from him. Everybody going, oh no. Everybody loving the knuckles. Oh no. Cheers, Lilac Man. So that's another splash attack. Want to see if he's going to continue doing those for us. It would be grand if he did. I think that's a second splash attack, which is always brilliant. Can we get a blue ballless run? That would be really wonderful. We did. We got a blue ballless Chaos 4. Nice. Oh, interesting hit there. Absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head up to our first auto-scroller of the run. It is Sky Chase. We're going to say hi to Tails and the Tornado. And I'm going to stick in the corner of Mr. Top right. Get my left and rights. Come on, Argick. Get your left and rights right. But yeah, so I can sit in this corner here and I'll be able to finish the level without any worries happening at the moment. It's going to be really good. It's also a perfect time for me to just quickly explain things again for you, just so it's a little bit clearer for you guys. So basically, fastest form of movement, spin dash chaining, alternating between the 2 spin dash buttons. You guys have understood, or hopefully understood, what hover jumping is. Reduced effect of gravity on Sonic while he is jumping. We can combo those together with spin dash jumping. It allows you to gain a lot of distance. If you jump or spin dash jump from a slope, which you will see further in the run here, you can get extreme height. It is used to our advantage. That can also be comboed with hovering as well. So a lot of there's basically those 4 little bits of movement tech that combine together, and once you've mastered those 4, you can do everything that you want. Basically, you can just go around the map and go, can I stand there? Yes. Can I spin there? Yes. Let's see how high we can go. It's a lot of fun, to be honest. It really is. But yeah, we just got to wait this part out, unfortunately. We can't speed this up in any way. We are just navigating around the egg carrier before he decides to blow up version 1 of the Tornado. However, Tails' ingenuity will allow him to come back with a better Tornado. So if you've got any donations or anything, now is a very good time to read them.
At the moment, we do not have any donations to read, but we do have a donation instead of still out there for our next run of Shadow of the Hedgehog. So if you guys want to see only Dark Story or only Hero Story, please send your donations for that. And also remind you guys about the Undertale run tonight with Dracodan. So if you want to rename the character besides Bedfist, please get in your donations for that as well.
Sweet Undertale. So as you can see here, this is the end of Sky Chase. We're about to get ourselves a broken wing. We're going to have to bail out of this mission. We're going to head back to Station Square. And then we're going to go. Sonic Man, I've changed the music to Sky Road. You can edit the music files in this game. And it was Izayoi who suggested that we put Sky Road from Lost World in there. It's very good. Scramble is an okay song, but when you're speedrunning the game and you have to go through that stage all the time, it's not great. So what happened there is I've just picked up the Crystal Ring. The Crystal Ring allows me to charge my Lightspeed Dash a lot faster now. What we did to get it there is we used the little orbs that are formed while you're charging a Lightspeed Dash, they actually have their own hitbox, so you can use them to interact with buttons and even kill enemies if they get too close to you while you're charging. And that is how we are able to grab that too early. So what we're going to do here, if I don't bump into the wall all the time, is we are going to try and go for track skip. So we are going to go track skip down here. We're going to turn around, and there we go. We are sorted. So we've just skipped a little bit of the track there, which is always nice. This game is being very, very annoying right now. I'm going a little bit too fast for the game to handle right now. It is pushing me to the left while I'm holding right, and pushing me to the right while I'm holding left. That is not good. Please do not do that. Oh, see, there you go. Happened right there. Thankfully, we didn't lose our rings, as the rings here actually give you, well, they determine your max speed. Every 10 rings increases your maximum speed, and you want to get at least 90, because that's the fastest you can go. Now, what we're going to try and do here is we're going to try and do roller coaster skip. Roller coaster skip skips the cutscene roller coaster that we come here, and allows you to finish the rest of Twinkle Park very quickly. So we've done the first part. Can we do the second part? I think I've just messed this up. Oh, yes, we did. That is unfortunate. So now we have to take the roller coaster. What happened there was I jumped too early out of the roller coaster tunnel, and it means that I now have to come and take the long route around this stage, which is not the most, it's not the worst thing in the world, to be honest, if I do it properly. Argick does indeed suck at it, so I need to switch to free camera in here, because now we need to make sure we get around the proper level. I'm not getting very well with my jumps today. So you can see what spin dash jumping is meant to do when you're on a ramp, but if you're not on a ramp, it's terrible. So we're going to use a spin dash jump over an invisible wall here, if it gives me it. There we go. Spin dash jump up and over the wall and finish the level. A 2-minute or a 1:56 Twinkle Park is not that great. Very unfortunate there, but we're still okay. We're still good. We're going to head over to Speed Highway next. Instead of grabbing this key card, we are going to head into Knuckles' entrance. So we're going to head over here. We're going to use this wall and the pillar. We're going to fall through the world, apparently. Sweet! Wow! Wow, that is awesome! Okay, so this was what was meant to happen. We fell through the world. That's awesome! Thankfully, Speed Highway is a relatively simple stage in terms of explanation. We're just going to take a lot of spin dash jumps here, and we are going to head over half the level here. We are then going to miss the rocket. Thankfully, we managed to get a nice little jump off the edge there and go through. And then we're going to jump and skip this part of the section. I'm going to come down here and then down to the rocket that'll take us into the descent in Act 2. Don't get hit by the... Well, that happened. Oh, no, the game does not agree with anything. Any solid objects that can be determined as collision, the game will not agree with you on it. You think you've got collision? This game disagrees entirely. Okay, I would like to grab a ring of some kind, please, game. Any ring would be nice right now. Nope. Okay, no rings. Sweet. There we go. There's some rings. That's good for us. So, spin dash jump off this ramp to take us to the second roof. Spin dash jump over the second roof into the third building. And then from the building to the end of the level. And there you go. That is Speed Highway. Sorted. So, unfortunately, this Sonic story is very, very terrible. It's okay. Terrible Sonic story run at this very moment in time. However, we are back on solid ground for now. So, we are going to just head into the green lamppost. Thank you, lamppost. Love you. We are going to take advantage of walls, and we are going to jump into the train station, which will allow us to skip going into the hotel and then out through the other side. You have to be careful while doing that, as if you do it incorrectly and you jump out at the wrong spot, you will soft lock. There is no way to get out of there, which is just don't do it if you don't know where to jump, is what I will say. However, it's cool. It's a cool thing to do. So we're going to head to go Red Mountain. We are going to try and save Amy Rose. Unfortunately, Zero has managed to escape. we need to actually go and grab the Lightspeed attack before you take out the Kiki. That lamppost, I don't know who put that lamppost there. We're going to have a word with the Station Square Mayor and say your architects were very bad for us speedrunners. Why did they place these lampposts here? You don't need light. So on at Red Mountain here, I'm going to do the very safe strats because I do not wish to lose any of the lives that we have right now. We're going to hit this spring. Normally you would spin dash over to the left, do a spin dash jump. But you can, and usually will, fall down there, which is not great. We're going to launch ourselves over to the zip line. And then from the zip line here, we're going to take advantage of the level terrain to do some very nice jumps. So jump over to this wall, spin dash off the wall to allow us to maintain speed. Jump from this area over to this ring box. I'm going to make sure I have my charge. Do the jump, round towards the entrance to Act 2. So those of you that are familiar with Red Mountain will know that you're supposed to go up the mountain to come back down. Don't have to do that in the speedrun, thankfully. We're going to use this platform that sinks into the lava to make a makeshift ramp. Again, nice spin dash jump up to this section. Use this rock formation to do the same. This allows us to navigate inside the volcano without having to worry about raising the lava level. And then we're going to head down towards this section and finish with a 110.
Yes. Yes, it's okay.
So next up, unfortunately, we are back into Sky Chase Act 2. So again, I'm just going to sit in the corner here. The only problem with doing an all stories run is that we have to see this stage 4 times. It's not great. However, it's not terrible either. It does allow you to have a nice breather if you need to go and grab yourself a drink. Or if you just need to talk to you guys in chat. I say speak to you guys in chat, and I'm not actually saying anything. This is amazing, isn't it? So how are you guys all doing anyway? How is this working out for you guys? Again, thank you for all the donations towards this marathon. It's amazing how much money you guys have raised for this. Lila's doing amazing. He says he's amazing. He's changed it to doing well. What is it? Is it amazing or are you doing well? Sanic Man seems to be enjoying himself. Do I believe in 155 or 2 minutes? I believe in both. I believe in both. Actually, no. The correct answer is that it depends entirely on Big the cat. It depends entirely on my fishing ability. We'll see how that goes. Japanese spaghetti with the dabbing squid. Life is horrible. Ugh. You're degrading this every time you're going along. No, we're going to take amazing. Amazing is the correct answer here. One cycle. I would like to get one cycle with Tails on Egg Hornet, but his one cycle is significantly different to Sonic, so we'll have to see what happens. Again, I will explain that once we get into Tails, but needless to say, I'm praying for a 3 cycle, hoping for a 2 cycle, and just really making sure I don't get a 3 cycle. So we are going to head into the end of Sky Chase Act 2 here. There is the front of the egg carrier that we have to destroy first. So the best way to do that is make sure we have the lock-on ready for the 6 turrets at the front of the nose. And then we are going to just start blasting towards the middle here. Once this nose is opened, once he's about half health, you can stop firing as you've already fired enough bullets to kill him. And that'll cause him to close his nose quicker than if you kept firing. So after the crash landing onto the egg carrier here, we are going to watch it transform. Fun fact for the transformation sequence here, even though it's rendered in-game, like these cutscenes, it is actually not a cutscene. If I were to pause right now, it would pause the game. Don't know why that is. It kind of happens. Favorite line in the game right there, Tails screaming Sugoi. So hopefully, Skydeck here, we're going to avoid getting the soft lock, but we're going to do it quick. So Skydeck here, we are going to try and get as far as we can without dying. Please don't die. Do a spin dash jump to grab this ladder. From the ladder here, instead of going that, we're going to do a spin dash jump around to the second pillar here. Spin dash our way down. Going to grab the checkpoint for safety. Going to homing attack over to this section. Instead of waiting on the wire, we're going to just spin dash our way over to the rocket. Hit the bomb to get rid of all the enemies here. Spin dash. I am going to hit this checkpoint for safety again. Hopefully we don't get bodied. We didn't get bodied, which is nice. Spin dash jump over. We are aiming for this nice giant pillar at the top here. You can see that little platform that we're aiming for. I've already screwed this up. Nope, we're good. So spin dash hover all the way around here. Wait for the cannon to get in position and then we blow it up. So into Act 2 here, it is a race against the wind, quite literally. People will hear sirens going off. That is a signal that the wind is coming. Thankfully, we dodged it. We didn't even hear the sirens. That means this is quite good. Oh, messed that up. Get the nice spin dash. Let's see if we can get early cannon. Can we get early cannon? The cannon didn't move. We got early cannon. And now we're going to head up to early capsule, perhaps. Early capsule is when we hit the capsule while the gravity is changing. Let us pray that we can hit it. No, we didn't. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just not going to risk a soft lock. We are going to just come and hit the button to change the gravity back around to normal and hit the capsule normally. People may have seen in one of the videos on YouTube where I tried to do the early capsule. And unfortunately, well, yeah, if you try and hit the capsule while gravity is changing and you fall into the wrong location, Sonic gets stuck in his falling animation and the level never ends. But because you have completed the level, you can't pause out either. So you are stuck. So we've got Gamma here for our second character fight. Again, the only thing you want to avoid here is the phantom hit. Quite simple, nothing too strenuous about that one. So we're going to head round and down and into... Oh, we got the cutscene skip! Did we? What have I done? Okay, we got cutscene skip. Ish? Kinda? Maybe? I'm not sure. Either way, we got in there. That's all good. So again, I'm going to take advantage of the Lightspeed Dash's little rings that it summons to hit the switch under the captain's chair. Normally you have to jump on the chair to move it, but we can get ready and do that and we're fine. That's fantastic. So now we're coming up to Chaos 6. Chaos 6 is the reason that we grabbed the crystal ring. If you hit Chaos 6 with a Lightspeed attack while he is frozen, you will do 2 damage instead of 1. Meaning you only have to freeze him twice. And it allows you to charge it up a lot quicker. Just wait for Eggman to come over here and drop the next one. Thank you. Make sure he drops it. We want to get out the way so we're not getting hit by it. We're going to go through here, hit him, and end that one like that. Sorted. So that actually saves time just because of how quickly you can charge up your spin dash. So we're going to head into Lost World next. I am still in free cam at the moment, but we're about to switch to auto cam for this first section. And the reason for that is because the camera likes to get stuck, but if we can keep it behind ourselves with auto camera, it's fantastic. So we're just going to make sure we can get down here, hit that, spin dash. Let's see if we can get through the RNG tunnel without getting hit. What you want to do is you want to dodge the flaming pillars. Thankfully that was a brilliant RNG tunnel. It gave me good RNG. Switch to free camera for this section as we're going to use the outside of this snake here to do some spin dash jumps up to the top level and raise the level to the highest it can go. Jump over to the middle snake and effectively skip that entire puzzle. Now don't blink, because we just went through a door. It is the only place where you can go. Okay, Sonic, no thank you. Okay, that was a recovery and a half. Thank you very much, Sonic. I appreciate that. So, mirror room here, we're just going to navigate by doing some spin dash jumps. Please don't fail that now. Please don't fail that now. You've just done something good. Don't mess it up. That That was, that was something. Okay, so let's see if we can recover that. Oh, I'm sorry, I completely didn't describe anything that happened there thanks to wall run. So what we're doing here is we're being chased by the rubber banding boulder. What this means is if I were to spin dash down here, the boulder would eventually catch up with me, which we don't want because it will hit us and it can and usually will kill you. So we just make sure we take that a little slower than normal. We're then going to use these anti-gravity panels to navigate up to this area. Use the anti-gravity panels on the left-hand side there. Unfortunately, I actually hit one. I want to stand on top of it, thank you very much, to navigate to the end of the level here quite quickly.
Yes.
And then we are sorted.
Yes. It's okay.
That was a very interesting wall run. I should have been dead there, to be honest. It was very lucky that I had the horizontal angle to begin the wall run, never mind actually getting back in time as well. That was fantastic, I'm not going to lie. So we're now going to head to Final Egg. Again, just spin dash chaining our way towards Final Egg here. Into the world's hardest puzzle. As a child, this puzzle was terrible. As a speedrun, the solution is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Or, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how you number them. But I'm happy to provide you with the night's entertainment with that clip. Okay, so we are just going to make sure we can get to the end of Final Egg here, remaining relatively alive if we can. So I'm going to just do spin dash jumps over to here. I'm going to make sure I spin dash jump through these spinning containers. These containers are the worst thing about this stage in my opinion. If you are spin dashing while you go over one of those boost pads, you can phase right through it because you're going too fast and the game doesn't like it. If you phase through that, you will die. So we're going to head towards the end of the level here. Act 2 is so well designed that you can just fall towards the end of the level. And what we've done for Act 3 is the exact same for Act 2. The reason I paused and restarted there is because it saves real time. But what we're doing now is we're jumping over a kill plane from the elevator. And right now we are falling towards the end of the level because they are so well designed. Oh my god, I completely screwed that up. Well done, Arg. What did you do? Argick, you did it badly. Let's try that again. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn right. There you go. There you go. That's fantastic. Trying to say it's an easy clip and failing it. That's not a good idea. So we are quickly coming into the end of the end of Sonic's story here. This is Egg Viper. So Egg Viper, we are coming along for the ride. Number 1 meme in the game. Get a load of this. There you go. So what we're going to do for Egg Viper here is we're going to try and do early hit. People that have played this game will remember that Egg Viper likes to extend his tails and you have to do a homing attack to reach the cockpit. What we're going to do is we are going to make sure we do a spin dash jump before he extends his tail out, getting the hit and landing back onto the same location. So you'll see here, if I wait, do a spin dash jump, hit him before his tail even extends, get the hit, and we're back on the same platform. So we're going to do that another 2 times. So while we're doing that, Toko, if I hear you have a donation you would like to read.
Get a load of this.
Alright, so I got a $15 donation from Enon that says, as promised, $15 for the emeralds and using Supersonic. Thanks for having me. Put $5 towards Hero Missions in Shadow and $10 towards the race in Undertale. So thank you very much, Enon, for that donation. And we are $3 away from 700 raised. So that's amazing, guys.
Awesome. So for the last couple of hits here, he's no longer going to allow us to do early hits. Instead, he's going to bring out the spinning tops. For the first 2 hits on the spinning tops here, we can hit them pretty much immediately. For the last one, however, we have to wait, because once you hit him, you lose control of Sonic until he hits the ground. And if you hit him too early, there is no ground, And, well, you can guess what kind of happens next. So we're just going to take it very carefully here, because the last thing you want to do is die on the very last hit of Egg Viper. And now we are going to set ourselves into the little safety corner of safety, so we can avoid the desperation attack here. In the corner of safety. Meow, here it comes. Dunk. Missed. And that is Sonic's story complete. 3540 odd. That's not bad considering the problems I've been having. That's fantastic. So once the credits appear, I will Alt F2, which is soft reset. Allow us to jump straight into the next story, which is Tails' story. So adventure mode into Tails, and we will go for that one. We'll get to Lilat's donation during the Sky Chase. It's going to be about maybe 5 minutes away if I do it properly. So with Tails, we start immediately by going to grab the Jet Anklet. Now, Tails' fastest movement is flying. That is no surprise, is it? But we're going to come and grab the Jet Anklet because the Jet Anklet allows us to move significantly faster while flying. And the way Tails' action stages work is a race with Sonic. You have to race Sonic to the Emerald and beat him. So we are going to head off to the first boss, which is Egg Hornet. We're going to have fun with Egg Hornet. That's what we're going to do. Tails' one cycle for Egg Hornet is different than Sonic. Sonic's is just homing attack and you're done. Tails is a little bit different because he doesn't have a homing attack. What you need to try and do is you need to try and hit, jump, cancel, basically. You need to do this. And hopefully, we'll be able to hit him properly with this. But we'll see if we can get a one cycle. Oh, we got two cycle. Tails, recover. Good boy. Okay, two cycle is not that bad. I will take a two cycle. Two cycle is better than three. So, as you can see on his last hit, he fires 3 sets of missiles. Unfortunately, the rhythm was just off, so we didn't manage to get the final hit on him there. It's not terrible, but there you go. That's a 2 cycle Tails. That's fine. I accept that. In practice, I only ever got 3 cycles. This is a boost. So once again, we are going to go and head to the Windstone. Hopefully we can pick that up quite easily. And we are going to head into Windy Valley. Now, Tails pretty much only plays one act of every stage. You seen with Sonic, you had Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 of certain stages. With Tails, he only plays one. And for Windy Valley here, it's Act 3. But instead of following Sonic and his route, we're just going to abuse Tails' ability to fly. We're going to fly around all the kill planes. I'm doing an older strat here because it's the strat that I know and works. But we're going to just head to the end of the level in about 30 odd seconds or 20 odd seconds. So we're just going to come down here, hit the down button, all the way to the end of the level. There it's there. Meow, dunk. So 26 seconds and done. And you can see Sonic, you can see his little meter at the bottom there. He likes to rubber band. He will rubber band a lot. But we're going to head up onto the train here and we're going to go to Casinopolis. Thankfully, Tails' ability to fly just makes it so much easier to hit the button and get in. No fancy jumps needed. Jump, fly, hit the button, done. And we're sorted. Sonic is cheating, Tails is cheating. It's a speedrun. Let's get over it. So we're going to just grab these rings, jump, and then fly. With Tails, he also has a special ability of going through walls, if I could time it correctly. Oh, come on, Tails. Through the wall. Nicely done. Through the wall, to the end of the level, and once again, you can see Sonic cheating to try and catch up. I like to think that Sonic does just teleport. Like, I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Now, there is a skip here where you don't need to get the ice key and you can get to Ice Cap without using it. Unfortunately, I'm not that consistent at it and I would rather not waste 5 minutes trying to do it, fail, and then have to come back and get the key. So we're just going to take the key and go for it. You can actually do Ice Cap as the first stage as well because of this. It's a very interesting skip that was found. Getting into this cave early and then also getting into Ice Cap early. Actually, that's a good point. Yes, it could just be Chaos Control. Sonic's using Chaos Control before Sonic Adventure 2. So Tails here, we don't want to make sure you fly into the trigger. You can fly over the trigger with Tails, which is really interesting because you're wondering why the level hasn't loaded. You've went too high. So Tails gets the snowboarding section. We get to listen to the awesome music that is Be Cool, Be Wild, Be Groovy. And what we're going to try and do here is we are going to try and do the super jump. The super jump is where you can skip the animation for when Tails does a jump and carry the speed from a ramp all the way down through the level. It saves about 8 seconds if we can get it. I've managed to get it a grand total of once. So we'll see if we can get it here today. So what's coming? Well, that's interesting. Well done, Arg. Tails is supposed to go up there, but he decided he wasn't playing ball today. So let's see if we can grab this. So jump here. Yes! We got it! Well done, Tails. Well done, Tails. So that's a super jump. You skip the animation for the trick, and you carry the speed all the way down through the entire area and get to that airship section really, really fast. That is 2 times I've managed to land that now. I'm a very happy man. Let's see if we can do the third one here. Similar idea. So let's see if we can get this. Come on, Tailsy boy. Nope, we missed it. Too late on the button press there. And unfortunately, that means we fell all the way down to the bottom and have to take the booster. If we're lucky, we might see Sonic on the way down here. We did not. Sonic was too slow today. I never thought I'd say that in a speedrun. So now, once again, Tails gets to fight Knuckles and Chaos 4. So we're going to head into our character fight with Tails. Similar idea to everybody else as well. Spin, hit. Wait till he's not invincible. Hit him again. Wait till he's not invincible. And then hit him again. Oh, nice lag. Oh no, lagging for me. That's not a good sign. So Chaos 4 with Tails is pretty much the same as Sonic, except from the manipulation is a lot easier because Tails can fly. The idea is every time Chaos is about to attack, you would just want to jump into him. Sorry, you just want to fly before you jump into him. That way you don't have to worry about it. Tails also only has 5 hits instead of... Sorry, 4 hits instead of however many he needs. So 1, 2, third movement. Wait for him to pop up. Come on, whack him. Thank you. That was a very late hit there. So just going to wait for Chaos to do his movement. First movement, second movement. While he's doing the third movement, we fly up. He'll do a splash attack, and away we go. And that is manipulating this boss fight. Let's get a hit on him this time. Hit him! Thank you. Tails, please, why are you not hitting him today? So now Chaos will do the same thing again. He will move and attack a grand total of 9 times before he'll actually allow us to do the final hit on him. I should have been flying there. The game was being very nice to me. I should have been flying and I wasn't. He could have decided to do blue balls if he wanted to. Thankfully he didn't. Okay, so final section. Get a hit. There we go. All done. 120. That's not great, but it's not terrible. So we are going to take Tails now and we are going to head back to his workshop because we are going for our third version of Sky Chase. So once again, we are going to sit in the corner and I'm going to pass it back to Toko as I believe he has a donation ready for us.
Yes, I do. So I have a $5 donation from Lilat that says, amazing, pretty good, alright, horrible, horrendous, plague-tastic. Here's hoping SADX goes well and put this towards Hero Story for Shadow. So thank you very much, Lilac.
Did you really just donate our conversation that we had like half an hour ago? That's awesome. Oh dear. So yeah, this is the third out of 4 times that we will see Sky Chase. As expected, the last time will be Act 2 once again with Tails. And then thankfully we're all done. Yay! No more auto-scrolling. Yeah, the thing about Sonic Adventure DX here is that there's a lot to explain, and it's a very high-paced moving game. However, Sky Chase provides an excellent time for donations. And yeah, I believe that donation, are we over 700 plus now? Has this marathon managed to raise that amount? Because that is awesome.
Sorry, I was just looking at my phone and looking at the stream at the same time, but yes, we have surpassed $700, guys. So I will get that to that donation here shortly.
Yeah! Alright, so after we come out of Sky Chase here, Tails is going to land in the jungle. Why Sonic lands in Station Square and Tails lands in the jungle, I've no idea. Well, sorry, lands in the Mystic Ruins. I've no idea, but that's just how it worked out in the end, I suppose. No, I was right, in the jungle. He then moves. But we need to go back to the jungle there, because there's a certain frog in there who has a Chaos Emerald for us. We gotta chase Froggy. So we're gonna head down to this area, trigger the cutscene, and we're going to head to Sand Hill. Now, there is a block of sand blocking our way. If we activate this trigger, it'll activate the level, and hopefully... Oh, we almost got the skip! Oh, and then I failed it. Unfortunately, I almost got past this invisible barrier, but I let go of the A button too early, so I didn't manage to fly over the top of it, which is a shame. So let's see if I can do the correct route for Sandhill here. I generally don't actually know the correct route for this stage, but we'll see if I can do it properly. Hopefully people will not get mad at me anymore for taking the wrong route. Sandhill, as much as it looks like an easy stage, unfortunately the level geometry can be very, very nasty. If you are accidentally caught on one of the areas where it's going up, or you get hit by a rock, or whatever, like that, Tails will decide to just turn around, get bopped by all the rocks, and do everything you do not want him to do. It's like, Tails, please, please do not do this to us. It's also the only level that you can skip the score bonus and head straight towards the cow. Interesting conundrum, that one. But yes, Sandhill is not the nicest of stages, unfortunately. Its terrain is far too rocky for a desert. So now we're with the rhythm badge, we can now do infinite spinning if we would like. However, we don't really ever use it, unfortunately. And right after Sandhill here, we're going to head right back into Sky Chase Act 2. So once again, we are going to represent Team Top Right. We're going to go into our corner here, and I'm going to hand it back over to Choco for these twin donations.
Alright guys, so we've got a $20 donation from Rose that says, let's not let a number like $700 hold us back. Reach for the stars, and awesome thanks to everyone who's been part of this amazing cause heart. So thank you very much for that, Rose. Also another $20 from Howling Voice that says, if you're not over $700 now, you should be. And at this point, $20 goes to Runner's Choice. So thank you very much for those donations, guys.
Oh yes, team top right. You can go top left, bottom right, bottom left. You decide. See how much health you have remaining at the end of it. However, I am team top right. But once again, thank you for those donations, guys. That is fantastic. Gonna reach for the stars. I might start singing. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. Let's not start singing. So another good thing about Sonic Adventure DX in general, especially regarding the All Stories category here, is that Sonic's story is the longest story at around 30-35 minutes, depending on what your personal time is for it. Every other story after that is a reduction in time, with Tails being on average 20 minutes. Then you have Knuckles, who can be between 10 and 15 depending on the RNG. Then you have Big, Gamma, and Amy, all hovering around between the 8 to 10 minute mark. So the individual character runs do get shorter and shorter, which is fantastic because you get the hardest stuff out of the way first. At least in my opinion. Also, we can't forget that you're going to finish with ye olde Supersonic, of course. The perfect chaos fight. It takes about 4 minutes. So exact same ending here with Tails as well. You just want to make sure you shoot the nose of the egg carrier down to about half health, and then that's you sorted. You fired enough bullets where it should just explode. So the ring of bullets just heading, or rather the line of bullets just heading towards your target. Half health, stop firing. You don't even have to move away if you don't want to. It's just something that I like to do. And then we are going to crash land once again onto the egg carrier. So Tails this time, instead of going down at the bottom there, he can just fly up the top here. Skip this cutscene. Make sure we don't skip this one, because you can't. And then head towards Skydeck with Tails. Now, Skydeck with Tails is doing Act 1 of Skydeck. And it's getting to the cannon area, which has been replaced by a capsule. Also, again, it's Tails. He can fly. Here we go. Tails, let's go. So Tails lands here, we jump, camera changes, we fly right over, head over to this section, get the boost, start flying. I like to come to the rocket. There is another method that people use, however I'm not confident enough in it just yet. I'm going to jump that, I'm going to make sure we don't get stopped by the wind, going to jump over here, and then head over to the capsule. Nailed it. I apologize for Sonic constantly jumping. That's not me. That's him getting stuck. And again, why we're Sonic here, not Tails, I don't know. But we immediately become Tails, and we're going to head towards the Gamma fight. Which is pretty much the only area that you'll see the rhythm badge. Infinite spinning! Whee! You would think Tails would get dizzy, but apparently not. However, you do have to be careful that you don't get too close to Gamma, because it's constantly spinning like that makes you more likely to get a phantom hit. So, super safe on that one. So now we have to race Robotnik to the... race him to the missile. So what we are going to do is we're just going to take advantage of Tails' ability to fly down to the level. Jump, fly, straight over, down, round. Plenty of time. Every time you fly through one of these green rings, your flight meter, which is invisible, effectively gets refreshed, which is always great, because you can keep Tails going at his top speed. Make sure we just come down here. Don't get bodied by the police car. Hit the checkpoint for safety. And then just navigate our way towards the end of the level. Hopefully this will be about a 51 or a 52. Take the top route because it allows you to gain higher altitude and further distance. 52 on the nose. On the nose. That's brilliant. So coming into Egg Walker next, this is Tails' final boss. There is a little, well, there is manipulation involved in this one. There's also a little trick with the Y button, or in my case, the triangle button, which is also known as the whistle button. And what you can do is, once he is down, and he's been hit, once he starts moving to get back up, you can press that button, and it will allow you to, well, it will allow him to get up pretty much instantly. So hit the button, he gets back up, away you go. The problem is if you do that a little bit too early, you will soft lock. He will not get back up. You will not be able to do anything about it. It's a bad time. It's a very bad time. I have accidentally just picked up all the rings that I didn't want to pick up. I actually used them as a marker, and unfortunately I picked it up, which is terrible. Because I want to make sure that I'm not close enough to him where he will jump away and use a bomb. Oh, that's not good. Hit, hit, hit. Done. 51. Not bad. And that is Egg Walker done in a nutshell. But yes, I used a set of rings there to position myself where I know once he's landed, I can run past that section and it will allow me to then go in for the hit. He will stomp his feet and he won't drop bombs and run away from me. Whether it works or not, I've no idea. However, it seems to work for me, so I'm taking it. But now we are coming into Mr. RNG himself, Knuckles the Echidna. His stages are treasure hunting stages. He is trying to find pieces of the Master Emerald. They are hidden all throughout the different stages here. They are in random positions. They are by no means as hard to find as Sonic Adventure 2, but if you don't know where they are, they can still be a little bit annoying. For example, that is a brilliant first piece. Let's see where our next pieces are hiding. Do we have any up here? It doesn't look at Knuckles. I almost called you Sonic. That's not good. So if we can just make sure we can get Knuckles. Do we have any pieces over here whatsoever? I don't think we do. We do not. Okay, that's fine. Normally we have some pieces over there, but not today. So is it up here? Yes. Alright, so where is our last piece? Please be down here somewhere. It is most certainly down here. It is in that second container. Thank you. 40 seconds. Alright, that's fairly average for me. Not the worst, not the greatest. Anything between 30 seconds and 45 seconds for me is a decent level. I would, however, like to get that lower to what the Knuckles runners can actually get it to, but I'm not quite at that level yet with Knuckles. Need to spend a lot more time trying to do that. So Knuckles into Casinowopolis here. He can just do his signature grapple and then head over there. Chow in Space is a great film. You should all go see it. Make sure you see its sequel, Chow in Space 2. So we have one piece all the way over here. The second piece, I believe, is above me. It is totally above me. So if I'm just gonna... Where's my spring? There's my spring. Hi, spring. So we're gonna hit that. And we're gonna come over here. I believe it's in the tiger. It is most certainly in the tiger. Yo, tiger. He opened his mouth. So where is our last piece? Is it in here? No, it's shower room. No, it's not shower room. It's one of you guys. It's you. 33 seconds is nicely done. I will take a 33. We've got 20 emblems. We just unlocked Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Adventure DX trying to tell you, go play Sonic 1. I'm sitting there going, please don't make me play Sonic 1. I have to do that next week. So we're just going to fall down. We're going to head to Takal and her father. So once we are done here, we are going to head into Chaos 2. Hopefully we'll get some manipulation on this guy. The way the manipulation works here is when he is in puddle form, if you do it correctly, you can keep him indefinitely in puddle form and get the 4 hits required. However, I am not that good at it at the moment. So We'll see what happens. So we need to knock him out of bubble. And then once he's out of bubble, we need to come and hit him. Jump, start, glide. Oh no, straight into bubble form, which is not great. That was better. So there we go. We got 3 out of 4. That's fine. That's fine. 3 out of 4. He only bubbled up twice. So for whatever reason, you manipulate him so he doesn't get back into his bubble form. And as you can see, it's really quick to get the extra hits on him that way. You don't have to knock him out of his invincibility. And now we are going to come and grab the drill claw. Grab the drill claw. I don't even know if they are the drill claw. I think is drill claw's SA2, isn't it? Am I getting my games mixed up? I might be. Hey, we got a whole bunch of rings. Nice. Monkey Destruction Switch. Goodbye, Kiki. We hardly knew you. And we are going to take this down towards Red Mountain. And that will allow us to head to that location. Camera, please. Let's see if we can get a good jump up here. Ah, it was a fairly decent jump. Sometimes you can jump incorrectly there and you will get stuck on the rocks, which is not what you want to do. You don't want to get stuck on the rocks. Not this way anyway. Going to take this, hopefully get out here without hitting into the wall, which is always nice. And then we're going to drop that down. I don't know why I picked it back up. Don't need to take it with me. I just did. Let's hope we can get a semi-decent red mountain here. We have got no piece. Okay, that piece is right. Nope, it's not. It's down there. Okay, so that's one piece. I'm going to come down here and just check if my other pieces are here. I'm not actually sure where this piece is. Is it down here? It is. It's over here. So we're going to grab that piece. And where is our last piece then? If I restart, do I just restart there? I do. That's not good. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and just use the gravity there to get our way up. I'm going to pray that the game decides one is over here. It is not. Really? It's up the back? That's never great. Okay, it is a rocket piece. Rocket Man! Or in this case, Rocket Echidna. Really? It's not. Where is it? Are we down the bottom side? Oh, wow. That is terrible, RNG. That is not... Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. Having the piece being all the way down the other side of the mountain is not great. Fair enough. We'll take that. Hopefully Skydeck will be a little bit nicer. Unfortunately, me and Skydeck, especially with Knuckles here, we kind of don't get on. Yeah, we really don't get on. So now it's Knuckles' turn to go get revenge on Sonic, because he beat him up. Now he gets revenge. So Knuckles just punch Sonic. Make sure you don't get any of the... Make sure you don't get any of the phantom hits. And away you go. And that is the Sonic fight complete. Our last fight of Chaos 4 today. Again, same idea. Knuckles, his health is slap bang in the middle between Tails and Sonic. He gets 5 hits on him, I believe. The idea for manipulation here is similar to Tails. Every time he goes for an attack, you want to be gliding. That way he will do a splash attack and won't do anything else. So that's first movement, second movement. Third movement, we start gliding. He'll do a splash attack. First movement, second movement, third movement, and as he gets up, we can just punch him. So we're going to see if we can keep this going for him. So let's see where it goes. First movement, second movement, third movement. I'm going to start gliding. Does the splash attack. First movement, second movement, third movement, punch him. There will be times where it'll look as if he hasn't moved. That's just Chaos being very annoying. So that was 1, 2, that's definitely 3. So there, he didn't actually move from under where he was meant to be. I'm just trying to confuse us to make sure that we don't know when he's going to attack or not. So 1 movement, 2 movement, third movement he didn't move, so we want to do that. He does the splash attack. First movement, second movement. Oh, that's not good. Move away from it. Third movement he didn't move. Still did the splash attack, which is fine. First movement, second movement, third movement he moved away, does the splash attack, and there we go. Not a single blue ball on any of the Chaos 4s. I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with that. That is fantastic for all stories. So now we want to head into the jungle as we want to head over towards Lost World. And we are going to grab this gold statue. It looks like a key. That's because it is a key. I'm going to jump over here so we don't fall off the top of the trees here. And then we are going to head to the back entrance of Lost World. And we are going to dump the key in. So we're going to wait for that key to go down. I'm going to listen for the sound effect. It went in. That's fine. I'm going to just fall down here. Oh, unfortunately, we got stopped by the ground. The angle of the ground there. If you land incorrectly, it just stops all movement, unfortunately. And here we've got our silver key. Yo, Fandra, cheers, man. I appreciate it. How are you doing? If we can just grab that, thank you very much. That'd be grand. And then we're going to head out here. Not bad movement, actually, to get back around there. So, Lost World is a little bit different. Lost World, instead of going to grab the emerald pieces, we are going to clip through a wall. Similar to what we did with Sonic's Lost World, we're going to clip through the door. And we're actually going to finish with Sonic's route. I'm actually glad we're finishing with Sonic's route because I got no emerald pieces. So what we do is we make sure we're not moving. We're running, we pause, and we are magically through the wall. Just like that. And then we are going to just make sure we jump, fly, end up at the end of the level. But it's Sonic's end, so there's a capsule here. What? The game, for some reason, allows it to load Sonic's area, and you can finish the game using his trigger instead of using the emerald pieces. However, that does mean that when Knuckles says he's finally put the Master Emerald back together, he is technically lying, because we have left those 3 pieces in Lost World. So because we didn't actually do a level here, we can kill ourselves and do a death warp back to the ice cave. That allows you to get back here without having to navigate through the slow cave again, and it's just generally faster. So we're going to head over to the egg carrier, which is currently crash landed, I believe. No, wait, no, it's not. Has it crash landed at this point? No, it hasn't. I stand corrected. We are going to head to it before it crash lands. It's going to transform. That was a very nice glide. That was great. So now Knuckles is on the egg carrier. He is also going to come and witness the transformation. And now for one of the most annoying lines in the entire game. This thing's always changing. He's just arrived, he's never seen it change before, and he's saying it's always changing. Thanks, Knuckles. Okay, so we're just going to head in here now. We're going to head into Skydeck. This is where we see if this stage likes me or not. Okay, so that is meaning pull it back a little bit. Fall down here. I believe it was this side. It's in there. That's 1. Okay, so we've got 1 piece. I'm going to quickly just check the remaining pieces. We've got a second. Oh, it's not there. It's the enemy up here then. Okay, so I am definitely going to head back round the other side here quickly just to check. No, don't hit that. Okay, climb up here. Please give me a decent piece. Give me a different piece. No, game. Why you do this? Okay, so unfortunately, it didn't give me the piece that I was looking for. I'm going to have to go and rechange the gravity on the stage here using the lever. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab that, and then we're going to pull it back slightly. I'm going to then head down this area and pray to the love of God that it isn't floating stone. Oh, I should have just went and checked that piece. It would have been better. Ah, well. So the reason I went and changed gravity there is because it can be inside one of the little gaps that requires the ship's gravity to be tilted towards the right hand side. Thankfully it wasn't, and if I just went a little bit further forward, I would have seen that piece and we would have been fine. Unfortunately, I did not, and that was that. Yo, Dage, Aglab, welcome, guys. Welcome to this All Stories train wreck. Woo! I finished them? That's about it. I finished them. Whee! So we're going to come into Chaos 4 here. Similar setting to Sonic. We want to freeze him, and then we want to attack him. We can only do 1 damage per hit here, but we are going to see what we can do. So I want to grab that. I want to then jump down here. Hit that as well. So he comes and absorbs this one. We're going to get a hit on him. Dunk. I'm going to hit him there. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to wait for the other one to drop down. It dropped down in a terrible place. That one flew right through him. Thanks, game. Love you. I'm going to see if I can hit that. I did. Nice. So I'm going to hit that one. I'm going to grab this one. See if we can pick it up. Going to wait to see where the other one drops. It dropped right over there. Give me it. Oh, you went in there. That's bad. I didn't want him to go down there. Come on then. Drop me a piece. Drop me a piece. Woo! Oh, you dropped me all the pieces. There we go. And that is Knuckles' story complete. So, unfortunately, it went right through him and exploded instead of actually freezing him. Thank you very much. And that is the end of Knuckles' story. So, once this gets to the credits, once again, we're just going to go and Alt F2, reset that, and we are going to jump into Amy's story. So Amy, the best way for her to move is with jumping. And once you have done the jumping, you basically just keep jumping. Just keep doing the jumping. It is the best movement with Amy. It is her fastest way to maintain movement. Another interesting fact with Amy is that she has her hammer that she can use to do high jumps. That hammer, as great as it is actually slower, which is unfortunate because I like using the hammer to do cool cartwheel jumps, but it doesn't happen, so it's not great. Castle skip or ban? I'm getting bandaged because I don't do castle skip. I will do the door skip, but I will not do castle skip because I can't do it. I'm not that good, man. I'm not that good. That's your territory. So now we're just gonna go to Twinkle Park with Amy. Woo! Woo! There's our hammer. So Amy's action stages are to escape from Zero. Now, based on what's happened with previous stories, I think you can tell exactly how well that went, can't you? So we're just going to jump, jump. When we hit this one, we are going to... Wow, bomb! Nice bomb! We hit the hitbox of the bomb as we were passing it. That's brilliant. So while we are in here, we're going to jump round. Oh, we didn't get through. We're going to clip this door like that. And we've just actually skipped a good portion of Amy's stage because of this. Again, the stages are designed in such a way where they're pretty much like together in a sort of... Well, like I said, I keep going back to the jigsaw. But if you know where the level designs are, you can look at them and see where certain areas connect together. It's then a matter of trying to get through the area without dying. Yeah, Flandre, I was singing that during practice. Thanks, man. So again, escape Zero by hitting the balloon. And away you go. He tries to grab you, misses miserably. And you've got the balloon. So now we're going to escape out of Twinkle Park. And then unfortunately we're going to get caught anyway because reasons. So Amy's got caught. She's getting kidnapped. Goodbye. We're now in prison. Good job, Amy. We're going to head to the only minigame that you actually have to do. Thank you, Hedgehog Hammer. We need to get 2,000 points. Super Sonic is worth more. I think it's 500 points? Yep. Normal Sonic's worth 100, I believe. You don't want to hit the Eggmans as much as you want to. This is kind of RNG. I have failed this before. It's hilarious. I'm not going to press any buttons now because I've got the points I need. This will allow me to gain the Warrior Feather, which is the most useless upgrade in the game because you never use it once. It's like, thank you, game. You have to wait out the timer, unfortunately. Which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You get the Warrior Feather. My question is, why does Robotnik even have the Warrior Feather? So we're going to just head out now. We are going to escape through the hot shelter. So hit the button. Doink. And we're going to come into hot shelter here. I'm going to make sure I'm in free camera, which I am. Warrior Feather does this, by the way. That's all the Warrior Feather does. Unlike Tails, if you continue to do that with Amy, she will Oh, I didn't get it. She will get dizzy and you'll have to wait. What I tried to do there was I just tried to clip through the door. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to navigate through the hot shelter here. Going to do a nice big long jump. On there. Grab the ladder. Sorted. Going to jump through that. Hit them, blow them up. Spin here. And then hopefully nice fall into a hammer hit. Along here. Into another hammer hit. This is left 1 and then right 3. And the door will open. And then we're just going to make our way through the rest of the level. Again, optimal movement, if you can, is always jumping and doing a hammer jump there. I am going to stop jumping out of that because the camera likes to go wonky like it's doing right now. Thank you, camera. Why are you going wonky like this? Stop it. And then jump! Oh, yes, we made it over. So now we're going for a bathroom break. Bonk. Using the door, you can push yourself through the wall. Unfortunately, we fell down the ladder, which is terrible because Amy is the slowest climber in the world. Why it wouldn't let me actually go over there, I don't know. But that is the bathroom break. Using the bathroom door to push yourself through the wall. And we're going to use her hammer to our advantage. No, we're not. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to jump up here. Oh, hot shower. This is terrible. Right, so I'm just going to wait here. I'm going to come around. And launch over. And then Amy is the amazing queen of going through walls. Just like every other character, Amy too has the ability to go through walls that for some reason don't exist. Yeah, but Gamma has springs that he can use. Amy doesn't, unfortunately. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the hammer jump to go over the level, and then the hammer to clip through and hit the spring and end up through the wall. And now we're going to do our first puzzle piece. This is definitely one of the differences that I can mention between the PC version and the Dreamcast versions. If I am correct, Flandre will correct me if I'm wrong here. You can do a skip that will allow you to do this, or rather to get past this room without doing the puzzle. And away you go. So now there is a skip coming up in the next room that allows you to skip doing the puzzle. Unfortunately, I'm bad and I'm not going to take the risk of doing it. Because if you fail it, you die. Oh wow, really? You didn't give me that jump? Thank you very much. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take advantage of the fact that we know where all these things should go. Zero is chasing us. Hi Zero, we see you. Go away. So again, we just want to make sure we grab all the pieces. Put them in where we need to go. Once he's chasing us, I'm just going to do a hammer jump up to the blue piece here. Normally you have to take a spring for that, but we're all good. And then we drop down, grab that, and then into the room here. Whee! Calling that a puzzle is an insult towards puzzles. It's a puzzle! Do the hammer jump, grab the balloon, and finish. Flandre, you know I don't take the skip because I've not practiced it. Now, Amy's visit to Tikal is the most trolly visit ever, because although you start inside the village, Tikal's not there. Why they start Amy in the village, I have no idea, but I remember as a child, I spent many a time looking for Tikal, only to realise she's out here with the Chow. So now we are on the egg carrier. How Tikal knows to place us where we need to be, I have no idea. That is one of SADX's lifelong mysteries. So now Amy's saving Gamma. She thinks it's all over, but in fact, we need to go to final egg. So we need to take the same route Knuckles did, through the jungle. Again, I do hammer jumps here, just because going uphill is relatively slower. So if you can skip most of that hill out, it's fine. Get in the car. Thank you. And again, we're just going to maintain our speed by coming over the top here. Because I'm going downhill, I'm going to do a hammer jump. Hammer jumps are special in the fact that if you are actually running downhill, you can do a hammer jump and get a lot of vertical speed from it. It's really useful on certain areas, but there's not a lot of places you can use it in the run, unfortunately. So again, just jumping to keep your movement going. Game forces you into a cutscene for whatever reason. And then we're coming back to the hardest puzzle in the game. Yay! Again, as I said, 2, 3, 4, 5. Door opens, and in we go. Once again, trying to escape from Zero, because here he comes. Dun dun dun! Now's a perfect example, actually, of when you would use a hammer jump going downhill. We're coming downhill here, so... Whee! There you go. Big jump, so we don't need to use the spring. And then keep jumping. Now, the reason everybody thinks Amy is a bad category is because of this stage. At the end of this stage here, there is a room that has 5 doors. The game will choose one at random. There is no way that we know of to check which door is which. You just have to guess. So chat, I put it to you. From left to right, left being 1, right being 5, pick a number between 1 and 5. The door that gets the most votes before I get there is the door that I will accept. Oh, god damn it. Everybody always gives me not the door I'm looking for. Got 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 4. Dage is saying 3. Jellyfish Swimmer's saying 3. Shaky saying 2. Okay, we'll go with 3 and 2 then. 3 and 2 since they're next to each other. Come on, go! 3 and 2. Let's see what happens. If it's not 3 Flandre, I swear. Oh, Flandre was right! Now he's never going to let me hear it down. God damn it. Damn it. For the longest time, it's never been 3. Now, oh, this is not going to be great. Here we go. This is not good for me. Damn it. This is not a good day. Congratulations all those that said 3. It was indeed number 3. That deserves a donation. Pay up. Okay, fine. I'll donate $10 at the end of the run. I will donate $10 at the end of the run. I'll owe 30 yet. I'll do 10. Okay, so what we're going to do now with Amy, as you witnessed in Hot Shelter, she is the slowest climber. So we're going to use, or try to use, the trees here to make sure we go up half of the ladder before we're even there. So as you can see the ladder coming up here, we do a hammer jump to get at least halfway up the ladder because we are slow. Such a slow climber. And there we go. So just do the jump at the end there. Scariest jump in the game because if you fail it, you're falling all the way back down. So now we've got one more section with Amy here, and that's it. We are going to head towards the end. Gonna go do 0. See you later, Sonic Hedgehog 54. Thanks for being around here. So we are going to make sure we don't land on the raft, because if you try and land on the raft, the game may decide to throw you into the water instead. So now we have the last fight, which is 0. We have to knock him into the electric pillars here. Speed tech is to try and get him as close to it as possible. So 1, 2, 3, hit. Oh, we missed. That's not good. Come on then. And knock him in. Oh, really? Don't do it. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Oh my god. 0! You are being very bad to me right now. Stop it! Okay, we got that. That's a good hit. Can we get a better hit? Okay, that's a terrible 0 boss fight, unfortunately. Terrible 0 boss fight. What you're supposed to be able to do there is hit him immediately once he gets bounced back off the electric wall. And that will allow you to... Well, when he jumps again, he will get shocked a second time. Almost immediately. And unfortunately, I screwed it up. So once again, Amy's story is complete. We are moving on to Big the Cat. I hope you're ready for some fishing. Haiku. We are going fishing. So Big's story here is he just wants to get his friend back. He just wants Froggy. And again, same as Amy, his movement is quite simply just jump. He's actually a rabbit in disguise. He's not a cat. All the big bags. All the big bags. I need to actually switch to alt camera for him. So we got the cat run. So Big is like one of the only stories where you do actually want to use auto camera. So his mission is to fish Froggy. There are other fish in... Why did I jump? There are other fish in the pool. We do not want them. We only want Froggy. You can manipulate Froggy. There are manipulations with it. I am not good at it. I apologize in advance if we are here forever. So where's the frog? There's the frog. Okay, frog, come after me. Come after me, Froggy. This is yours. You want it. Come and get it. Where's the frog? There's the frog. Come and get it. Frog, frog, come and get it. Come and get it. There we go. Now we get to play the mashing song. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Froggy, you're fighting me. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, 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 mash. Yay, we caught him! That's the frog! And that is the gist of catching Froggy. If your line breaks, you lose a life. If you catch a fish you do not want to catch, you have to somehow try and let it go without your line breaking. And there is our ice key. And there is Cream the rabbit. Interesting fact, if you've been paying attention, you may have seen Cream more than once. Oh, don't pick it up. The problem with Big is that his action button is also the pickup button, which is also the fishing button. It's not great. Whoa, Liam. Watch the language, please, man. It's a charity stream for the kids. Wow, guys, that turned dark real quick. So yeah, we are going to take Big here. We're going to take him all the way up to Ice Cap. I have got successful jumps there for all characters. I am very happy. She did indeed fly at the casino with Knuckles. She did indeed. So once we come through this door here, we are going to find Big's big green flotation device. I think its name is the life belt, but you know, Big's big green flotation device is better, so that's what I'm calling it. Ideally, you don't want to really jump there. Jumping on a slope is unfortunately really, really slow, unless I've completely got it wrong. But the big flotation device does exactly what it says in the tin. It allows you to float on water. Also, Big is the fastest climber in the game. Here he goes! There he goes! So what we want to do is we want to grab this boulder, use it to break the ice. It fell in the water, which is always good. And now we just want to stop here and fish for a frog. Oh, Froggy, where are you hiding? There you are. Come for the frog. Come and get it. Come and get it. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Come and get it. This is yours. Come and get it. Here, Froggy, Froggy. Get it. Frog. Dang it, Frog. Come and get it. This is yours. Come. Come and get it. Come and get it. There we go. Okay, mash song. Mash. Mash, 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 mash. Mash, mash, mash. Yay! There we go. He's done. You know how to bait him. Just say Samurai Jack. Good bait. Oh dear. I think that's baiting other people. I don't think that's baiting the frog. So going downhill, we want to jump. And running on a flat... Want to get a flat thing, we get it. Good news is Big only has the one boss fight. So we don't have to fight anyone as Big, which is great. Unfortunately, Tails there just let Froggy go. However, it's not really Tails' fault, because Tails just saw a giant purple cat running towards him, screaming, "That's my friend!" It's no surprise that Tails let Froggy go. So now we're heading towards Emerald Coast. Hopefully we jump down here and not get caught. Hi, Sonic. How you doing? Just chilling? Hanging out? So we need to go find him. But we already know where he is. And then we're going to come down. We're going to head out. No go in the water, because we don't want to go in the water. And head to Emerald Coast. So we're going to head in the water here using the life belt. Nice big life preserver, keeping us alive. Find the frog. There's the frog. Let's see if we can get a nice bait on him. Froggy. Yoo-hoo. Look at this. Do you want it? Come get it. Come get it. Yes. Okay. Mash, 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 mash. Yes, that was a good Emerald Coast. Oh, we've got unhappy faces. Somebody said something about Samurai Jack again, didn't they? So unfortunately, Froggy gets stolen by the E102 Gamma. And now we have to go to Hot Shelter to save him. Now, the reason that Froggy's being chased is because of two things. One, he's swallowed a Chaos Emerald. And two, uh-oh, Big's looking at us. This is not good. And two, he somehow has Chaos's tail. Don't ask me how that happens, I'm not entirely sure myself. But he does. So we are just going to come to the middle room where Froggy is being held. Nice speed up going around that corner for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Let's see if we can get a good jump here. Nah, we didn't get the second jump. Grab the ladder and out we go. Yes, his gaze is piercing. He is coming for you all. Little cutscene telling you where Froggy is. So we press the button to release him. And then, if I do this properly, I can drop the lure at approximately where he's going to be. That was way too far, Arg. Or rather, not near enough. Come. Come for your lure, Froggy. Froggy! Yes, come. Come. There we go. Okay. Mash, mash. Yay! I didn't have to do the mash song for as long as I needed to. Normally the mash song comes along many, many times, but this has been a fairly good run. I approve of this. Yatta! Okay, so now Big is visiting Tikal as well. Also, the irony is that Big is the one who gets the most story from this visit. Why, we're not too sure, but that is what we get. Why? Or in this case, Sugoi! Also, other interesting fact, Big is the only one that gets to ride the monorail. Dun-dun. Only one that gets to ride the monorail. No one else gets that luxury. Who said Sugoi best? Tails or Tikal? So we're going to jump up here. We're going to head into Chaos 6 now. So with Big, this is his only boss fight. And what we need to do is we need to literally fish Froggy out from Chaos 6. I am terrible at this. I apologize in advance. Let's see how many tries this is going to take us. I see the frog. Oh, come on. Missed it. Where's the frog? There's the frog. That's not going to get it. Oh, we got it. Second lure. Okay, second lure. That's fine. That is fine. Yatta! But that's not the end of Big Story. No, we have to go touch the plate. And that's the end of Big Story. Do not ask how Big has the technical prowess to fly the tornado from the crash state to the end of the run. Or to the forest. I have no idea. So now we are coming into what is, in my opinion, one of the most broken stories in the game here. We are playing as Gamma. So it's going to start off fairly normal at the first couple of levels here. We're going to go in and do Final Egg, and we are going to just do it normally as we want to do it. His objective is to destroy certain things. You may also notice that his timer counts down from 3 minutes instead of up. That is because you need to blow up enemies to gain more time to keep them alive. I don't know how that actually works. Somebody would need to explain that one. World record or riot. I'm sorry, Dage, you're going to have to riot. You're going to have to riot, I'm afraid. So after we have done that, we now need to come down here and we're going to fight our brother. We're going to fight Beta. Gamma! Yosh! The beginnings of Sonic Adventure 2 right there. Yosh! So there is Beta. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we shoot these guys. Now how these fights work is that you want to be as close to them as you can, but you also want to make sure you're lining up your laser that locks on your shots so you actually hit them. If you do it correctly, you will get an immediate shot, and you will also make sure that the enemy doesn't jump. Unfortunately, the enemies might jump. So now these guys are ordered to go and find Froggy. And we all know where Froggy is. Froggy's in Emerald Coast. So what we're going to do is we're going to head there right now. And I'm going to do the stage slightly differently than normal people. People that understand how Gamma works will use the pillars along the end here to jump up onto the top of the bridge. Now, just for marathon safety here, I'm not too confident in my ability to do that. So I'm just going to jump over to the right here and use this spring instead. I believe I call this the chicken maneuver. Chicken strats. Also, if Gamma is moving forward for a certain period of time and he is uninterrupted, game, he will transform into vehicle mode. And he will scream, Modo change. Yes, I like my chicken strats. Chicken strats are good for marathons. So now we have Froggy, and once we grab a hold of Froggy, for some reason, Gamma gets to visit Tikal. Plot points are us. Unfortunately, the fastest one to get to Tikal also has the slowest distance to travel. I call that majorly unlucky. So now we are going to head into the wrong room. We're going to find out about Beta being reconstructed. And we are now going to go and save Amy, as we were told to interrogate her, but instead we save her. My PC is now currently going into night mode. I apologise for the FPS drop. It will resolve itself in about 30 seconds. Whee! So we're just going to jump up here. There it goes. It's resolved itself. That's all good now. My computer screen is now slightly more orange than normal. And we are going to grab the jet booster. What we're going to do now is we are going to break the game. So instead of doing Windy Valley, which is the next stage, we are going to make sure we are in free camera. And we're going to go do Hot Shelter instead. By using this area and mode change, we can jump out of bounds and come round towards the entrance of Hot Shelter. So now we're in Hot Shelter, and what happens when we finish Hot Shelter is that the game will allow us to work backwards. I believe once you have a stage's emblem, the game goes, hey, you've technically got this emblem already. That means you must have done the stage beforehand. And then it then allows you to unlock the stages, and away we go. So Gamma here is also very good at going through walls. I'm just going to make sure we do this properly. We are safe. We're also going to make sure we take the different route. People like to do the wall run strat here. I have not quite mastered that, so I'm going to take the alternate strat. I'm going to get grabbed by the claw. We are now a child's prize, which is amazing. But instead of blowing up the button in the middle there, we are going to take advantage of the fact that we can jump here. Oh, no, we missed it. Wasn't close enough to the platform. Oh, you don't want to bonk off the platform, though. That's the problem. So what we're trying to do is... There you go. And then we want to fly all the way over to the back here. Because instead of taking the auto-scrolling section with the train, we can actually fly all the way over to the end of the level. Skipping out the entire section. Now, the reason you go all the way to the back there is because, as Flandre has pointed out, you can actually soft lock. If you land on the cart, or you land near the cart, the game will trigger the cutscene to move you into the auto-scrolling section. Unfortunately, you never make it, and because of that, you're stuck. So you have to make sure that you go all the way to the back. It's an extra second, it's safety, please do it. Please do it. So now, we're going to quit out of the story menu, and we're going to go into the trial menu, because as said, the game now believes that you have already completed Hot Shelter. Because you've done Hot Shelter, the game now believes that you have done Red Mountain. We haven't. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do Red Mountain. And we're going to use these rocks to clip out of bounds, if it will allow me to do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is not going very well. I knew it wouldn't. You need to land at the top, but with... Oh, there we go. So it's pushed us out of bounds, and we are flying down towards the area. Flying down towards where our friend is. We need to save him. Gamma somehow has his subroutine set in such a way where blowing up the enemies is saving them. But yeah, as Flandre says, you actually need the crane to get you onto the area. So no jumping. If we can get no jumping, I'd be very happy. He jumped! He jumped! I'm bad. I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at the game. He jumped twice. I'm very bad at the game. Dang it. So that's why you don't want them to jump. They will fly away. It's not great. However, once again, because we've now done Red Mountain, that unlocks Windy Valley. Now, with Windy Valley being unlocked... Nope. Trial menu, please. Bad arc. Hitting the wrong buttons. Wasting time. Tut tut. So, into Windy Valley. So, taking Windy Valley here. Going to take this jump. I'm going to fly over to this spring. Hit the spring. Glide, and we're going to come over out this section to avoid the invisible wall. Once you're around the invisible wall, we're then just going to once again fly directly towards the end of the level. Gamma is just as broken as Tails because they both have the ability to fly. Or in this case, hover. Why is Knuckles not broken in that regard? He can glide. That's technically a hover. So again, we want to just make sure we hit these guys. Definitely want to make sure I hit these guys because I currently have no rings, which is not great. There we go. No jumping. Very well done, R. Good job. Good boss fight. Good boss fight. So now, with all of Gamma's stages complete, the game recognizes this by using the emblems. What we're going to do is we're going to go back into adventure mode now. You'll see that his story is 90% complete. So we're going to head at the egg carrier. We're going to go back outside. We're going to fight Sonic. And then what that's going to do is that's going to put us in the Mystic Ruins. Unfortunately, we're going to need to take a death in the Mystic Ruins because it only allows one cutscene to play at a time. And the problem with that is, well, yeah, there's two cutscenes that need to play. So because two cutscenes need to play, we need to kill ourselves. Because there's one cutscene, but we need the entrance to Red Mountain to open. So we're going to jump over here because the kill plane is higher. It's a quick death. It's okay, we're all good. We still have enough lives. Then the second cutscene plays, which then allows us to fly over and head towards Red Mountain. Now, we've already completed Red Mountain. And because we've already completed Red Mountain, this means that we can just enter the stage and immediately quit out, and the game recognizes that as being complete. And it will progress the story for us. I should not be in this camera mode coming down here. This is a very bad me. Bad arc. Bad. You should have switched camera there. Camera! Stop it. Blow up the ticket, because you need to blow up the ticket to get the level trigger. Immediately quit out here. And then the cutscene will trigger as if you've completed it. Now, because you didn't actually finish the stage, we can do what we did with Knuckles and jump off the edge to end up back in the ice tunnel. So back at the start of the ice tunnel here, we can head down and out. So now, we've only got one more thing we need to do. And that is go find Beta. So we now just make sure we hover down here. So once again, we don't get bopped into the water. Yes, Tiki. Kiki, shut up. Leave me alone. Kiki, Tiki. So because we've already done Hot Shelter, we don't need to go back there. I'm going to try and get early hit. Come on, early hit. Mash, 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 mash. Didn't get early hit. Ah, nuggets. No early hit. What you can do is, once this E101 Mark II sign is appearing, you can actually hit him before he does anything. And it'll make it so you only have to do 3 hits on him. Unfortunately, I failed. It is a mashing thing. It did not work. So once he's made himself let's try that again. Once he's made himself vulnerable by charging, you take a shot. And now it's just a case of waiting for him to charge again. He will now fly away and drop a Kamehameha. Or a Big Bang Attack. Or a Hadouken. Or however. Whatever your special move of choice is. Hopefully he'll charge me. He is charging me, which is nice. Oh, that was almost missing the hit. And now he will go and launch a whole bunch of them at me, which is always fun. He's going to launch all the super mega Hadouken Kamehamehas at me. Big Bang Attack, Gallic Gun. And then at the end here, he will charge a super mega massive big one. Special Beam Cannon. Nah, it's not Special Beam Cannon. And we just want to make sure he will charge us again. He's going to charge us. And that is Gamma's story complete. So we have one more story left to go, and that is Supersonic's story. Once we get to the credits here, we can soft reset for the final time of the run, and we can go into adventure mode. Supersonic is available. Quickly running away into the end here. Skipping all the cutscenes as we go by. Oh, the cutscenes. So many cutscenes. And then we finally get to play as Sonic. Hooray! Now, we need to head to Angel Island, for that is where both Knuckles and Robotnik are currently waiting. Or should I say, that is where they are currently knocked out. KO'd. Chaos did a number on them, KO'd them both. Brilliant. We get our final visit to Tikal. So we are skipping past the story as well. This is where we finally realize about Chaos being power, and power comes from the heart, and all the goody powers that make Supersonic what he is today. The emeralds are the 7 servers. Once again, because we haven't done a level, we can quite quickly get back to the start by just jumping off the edge. Gonna end up here. We need to go to the jungle. I remember one run I was doing, I decided we were going to go to Station Square here instead of the jungle. Slightly embarrassing. Hopefully I will not make that mistake again. But we'll see what happens. And now magically we have Chaos absorbing the negative power of the emeralds. And we are Supersonic! Sing along if you know the song. So the best way to move with Supersonic here is to jump. Do not homing attack, ever. You do not want to homing attack. So again, every time we hit one of these, we just want to jump. It'll keep the movement going. As long as we have this blue aura around us, we have enough speed to get a hit. Oh, Flandre, your spam is amazing. So again, we're just going to move ahead here. Grab the rings, because the rings are draining. Again, dodge the attacks. The first phase here is not terrible to do. It's fairly simplistic. It's the next phase here that we have to be very careful for. Because his attacks are more powerful and more frequent. So you can be caught if you are not careful. Also, I have changed the music back to Open Your Heart here. It should have been the ending in my opinion. Why it wasn't, I'll never know. So I'm going to just come over to this side here. And then move away over to this side. Hopefully not get bopped. Didn't get bopped. That's always nice. That was very close. We almost got bopped. Oh, God, guys. You are going to get globaled. They both may get globaled. So we want to just make sure we come over to this section here. Bait out his attack. Jump around. Don't hit the side of the building. And we're coming down to the last hit. Time is coming up. The second Perfect Chaos is dead. And that will be it. Lila got globaled. Yeah, I'm not surprised. So again, just going to make sure we dodge the attacks here, because they come towards us at one side. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so what's happened here now is that I need to make sure we can get enough speed. Did we get enough? We did, and that is time. That is time. That is a 1:49.17. That is pretty good for a marathon run. I'm very happy with that. Very smooth run, and that is the end of Sonic Adventure DX. Lilac got global, so he's had to whisper. That's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Sorry, I'm just beside myself. He keeps getting global.
Oh yeah, the supersonic spam is real. Apparently they both got global, that's fantastic. Globaled is where you get a global chat ban. It's a global mute.
Alright guys, so that was Sonic Adventure DX with Argick here. So I went ahead and posted in the chat. If you want to go give him a follow, please follow the link there. Again, thank you very much for that amazing run. And up next, we're going to have Shadow the Hedgehog with Blazing Z Zeddy. So stay tuned for that.